I am the research director on a volunteer basis of Physicians for a Smoke-Free Canada. Although I am not a physician myself, I have been working for over 35 years on tobacco control and with Health Canada during the 1980s, as well as with the World Health Organization in the 1990s.
5 will legitimize a gray market for vaping products. It will give some clarifications to support plain packaging and will make other important advances for tobacco control. In these respects, we support this legislation. We believe, however, that some changes are needed to reduce the risk to the health of young people and future generations. The changes we are suggesting are given in detail in a table of proposed amendments that we sent to you at the end of last month. Today I will speak of only 2 of the most important themes where we think this bill is in need of some sober first thought. According to us, Bill S5 opens the door too wide to the promotion of vaping products, and we think that door should be only partly open. One consequence of legalizing vaping products is that they will invite big tobacco companies into the Canadian market with their new products, and we can expect that royal assent will be the starting gun for their race to sell as many of these products as they can, using every tool that this law will hand them. This bill, as currently drafted, will give them wide scope as it opens the door to television, radio, billboards, retail, social media, direct mail, text messaging, contests, giveaways, and girls in skimpy outfits offering samplings in bars, and many other marketing tools used by the same companies to recruit and addict previous generations to nicotine. Our recommendation for minimizing this risk is simple. Subject vaping products to the same degree of advertising allowed for tobacco products. That is, permit information and brand preference advertising on signs in places where young people are not permitted and in publications addressed to named persons. Even if the rules are the same, vaping products would still enjoy a marketplace advantage because tobacco companies choose not to use these permitted forms of advertising. And unlike tobacco products, vaping products are not subject to excise taxes, and we are not recommending that they be so taxed. We are not alone in making this recommendation. I note that the submissions by the Canadian Cancer Society and the Canadian Medical Association both make this request for equal treatment. If this bill passes, Canada will be virtually alone among countries after May 20th in allowing the public to be exposed to broadcast advertisements for tobacco products. Broadcast advertising for vaping products will be banned in the 28 countries of the European Union very soon. And New Zealand is in the process of legalizing these products and is proposing an approach similar to that which we are asking for today. Among OECD countries, only the U.S. allows largely unrestricted advertising for vaping products. The title of the December 2016 press release from the U.S. Surgeon General says it all. It is Surgeon General reports youth and young adult e-cigarette use poses a public health threat. In other countries that restrict advertising for vaping products, no major public health threat has been observed. Now, while opening one door to vaping products and their advertising, Bill S5 fails to start closing the other, the door that leads to tobacco products. Bill S5 legalizes vaping products and that it will offer some reduction in the harm tobacco causes. It's a nice hope, and I hope it comes true. But to guarantee that harm will be reduced, we need a comprehensive harm reduction framework that will, in return for legalizing vaping products, require that more be done to reduce the demand and supply for tobacco products. Last week, Mr. Peter Luongo said on behalf of his company that he thought the goal of getting to 5% smoking incidents by the year 2035 was actually not good enough. He said he thought we can do it faster. And I say, well, let's help him out with a comprehensive plan and timetable. There is now an opportunity through Bill S5 to provide the legislative changes needed to help achieve this goal. And here are the key changes that we are proposing. Expand the purpose of the Act to include reducing the burden of disease, preventing addiction to nicotine, and achieving the minister's goal of less than 5 by 35. Give effect to the expanded purpose by reducing the supply and demand for tobacco products and requiring tobacco companies to assist the minister in this regard. Charge tobacco companies an annual fee to defray the costs to government of effective tobacco control. An annual fee of $200 million is suggested, and create the necessary regulatory authority to achieve these ends. You can find detailed legislative language to implement these improvements on pages 4 to 10 of the table of proposed amendments we have sent to you. In June 2015, Justice Brian Reardon of the Quebec Superior Court handed down his $15 billion judgment against the 3 big tobacco companies, 2 of which visited you last week. And we commend one paragraph of that judgment to your attention, and I'll read it. Over the nearly 50 years of the class period, and in the 17 years since, the companies earned billions of dollars at the expense of the lungs, the throats, and the general well-being of their customers. If the companies are allowed to walk away unscathed now, what would be the message to other industries that today or tomorrow find themselves in a similar moral conflict? Honorable Senators, you can greatly assist in achieving the goal of less than 5% smoking prevalence by 2035. Lend your approval to Bill S5 so that the door to vaping products is legally opened. But please amend it to make sure the door is not left wide open in ways that harm young people and those who would otherwise end their addiction to nicotine. And as this one door is opened, please ensure that the other door is progressively closed on combustible tobacco, the product that continues to harm many millions of Canadians. Thank you.